Anytime.
Anytime? Like right now?
Anytime.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to BS session number 135, Rant and Ramble. Tonight we rant, tonight we ramble. To be honest, this might be a gamble.
Because I have a shotgun and rifle that I use for, and 22 gauge that I use for ptarmigan, moose, and black bear.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
You're listening to your weekly dose of BS, Ballistically Speaking. The Ballistically Speaking Podcast.
Well, welcome to the Ballistically Speaking Podcast. I'm Chris, that's Rooster, and that over there is Whispers, the dying penguin.
Hello. I am here, just barely.
Shit. Is that your best Barry White?
That's the best, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best I've got. Oh yeah.
You don't even
Smooth
you don't
jazz
even
in the
have
background.
you didn't even lose your voice in a sexy way because it didn't deepen. It deepened, but it also has like a multi-tone high whisper to it.
It's that reverberation effect that's real big in the Euro house scene right now. I don't know. My voice is almost gone. I will
I'm
power.
wishing it was a little further along now.
Can we just hurry up and lose the voice entirely?
We're
Don't
working
listen
on
to
it.
him. Don't listen to him, Mike. You do your thing.
I'm a trooper, damn it.
You're a trooper, damn it.
I'm being extremely kind right now compared to how the rest of this day went.
I've seen our group chat.
People
I
cry.
understand it.
Why don't we just give Rooster a minute here to get a few things off his chest?
I thought we can't swear in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, should we thank our
call.
sponsors first and then let you rant?
Let us be thankful.
Let us be thankful for people like Callsign 66, Canada's best rifle training. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Book a course now at callsign66.ca and follow them on Instagram at callsign66 and on Facebook at c/s66.
Let's also be thankful for Ribstone Gunsmithing, craftsmanship done right. Contact Oscar at ribstonegunsmithing.ca and breathe life back into any firearm, mate. Oscar
Mate.
also has new Oscar. Check out Oscar's new book. It's not as new as it once was back when we started doing this.
But if you buy it today, it will be new to you.
That's right. It's called Rust Bluing in the 21st Century, and you can find it on Amazon.
Get it before it's the 22nd century.
Indeed.
Also, March Scopes Canada, the Dion Optical Design line of rifle scopes, has a scope for all of your hunting and shooting needs. Find Doug and Nisa at marchscopes.ca.
Apex Optics. When you buy Apex, precision comes standard. Check out all the fine competition rifle scopes, red dots, and binoculars at apexoptics.co. Just a quick note, again, Apex is tariff-proof. I don't care to read the rest of it. Just buy their scopes.
Just buy their shit. I mean, just buy it.
Got
Also,
some good stuff, huh?
EM Precision Rifles in Vegreville, Alberta. Building Canada's finest precision rifles. Find Shane and Steve on Facebook, Instagram, and on their website at emprifles.ca.
Buy their stuff too.
Buy their stuff
And Bolt
too.
Action Coffee. You can buy some stuff there. Bringing specialty coffee to the precision shooting world. Like coffee and stuff. Coffee,
Wait a minute.
merchandise, and other stuff at boltactioncoffee.com.
Do all of our sponsors just want people to buy their stuff?
Yeah, it seems a bit
I would-
selfish now that you really lay it out there, hey?
Unbelievable. But hey, Odell Engineering, pick up a shotgun, Canuck shotgun, Bergera rifle, and Apex shotgun ammunition from your local distributor and tell them Phil sent you. Look them up on Instagram, Facebook, and on their website at odellengineeringltd.com.
It seems like there's a whole lot of dots we're connecting here. There's Apex ammunition, there's Apex scopes.
That's right.
There's all these people that sell stuff, good stuff,
Uh-huh.
shooty stuff.
Shooty stuff.
Bangy stuff. Yeah.
I don't think we have any
okay.
sponsors selling bangy stuff. I
Well,
think
maybe we should get some.
we'd have a lot more money if we were selling that kind of
You're
product.
probably right. You're probably right.
Or we'd have no money at all.
All right. Finally, Sterling Arms International, home of the R18 Mark III and the R9 Mark I.
We're not giving up on you. I just can't quit you.
They may be down, but they're not out. Stay tuned for the latest updates on the battle to get the R9 back.
Also,
some
we have
shooty stuff.
That's some shooty stuff. Also, we have a draw going on right now for a fully custom 338 Lapua built by EM Precision Rifles. It features a Curtis custom action, an IBI 30-inch stupid heavy barrel, fitted with a custom EM Precision muzzle brake and a special EM Precision branded Trigger Tech Go switch, all laid into a full custom laminated stock by Rifles Refined. Each $20 entry can be sent to info@bspodcast.ca. Be sure to include your email address and phone number in the comments so that we know how to get a hold of you once we draw. The draw will happen once all 500 entries are filled. So, hey, if you want us to draw faster, get more tickets.
Get more tickets. And I just want to add that the wheels and or the Sherpa that you might need to carry that sucker is sold separately. We're currently trying to procure a Sherpa to go along with it.
You can't sell Sherpas. This is the 21st century.
You can only rent them.
They are an independent nation. Who do you think you are? Trump?
I think the issue is you guys just aren't thinking outside the box. The crate that they come in.
The
Hey,
packing
this-
crate.
Hey, Sherpa, does this rag smell like chloroform to you?
And he goes, no.
No. Why?
Let me know when the stars appear.
All right, Kurt, we're 7 minutes in. You can rant. What do you want to
Son
rant
of a-
about?
No, I'm so tired of talking about shit that doesn't matter when you talk about it endlessly, and everybody's like, I hear what you're saying, but I want to do it my way. Anyway, in spite of the fact that you've proven me wrong several dozen times, I'm really attached to this thing. Yeah.
That was the lamest rant you've ever gone on in your
No,
entire life.
no, I told you I'm done.
No,
done.
I'm done. I don't want to.
I'm
I
done.
don't want to, but I want to. I don't want to, but I want to.
I need about 7 ounces of whiskey just to get me just spun up just a little bit. Get me in the mood.
Unfortunately, you're at a dry camp at the moment.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it's probably a good thing, honestly.
Hey, do you get the same room every time you're at camp?
I do.
And when you're not there, is someone else using it?
Yeah, the guy that does my job when I'm not here.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little.
You don't think about camp
rather-
life. You just accept it and move on.
It's rather intimate.
Does he leave you presents? If I were you, I'd totally be hiding things in the little presents in the room, little Easter eggs everywhere.
No, I'm not usually in a festive enough mood by the time I leave here to think of such things.
Well, so I imagine the two of you could probably rant together because you're both kind of experiencing similar things, aren't you?
I've done
Oh,
my
yes.
time.
So I mean, you could totally commiserate and leave each other letters and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just
No.
there
Dear
might be
off week
something
me.
missing in the bond that would be required for sharing stuff like that. It's just
Meaning
just
he's not
no,
as grumpy
just
and
not
old
there.
as you are.
He's definitely not as grumpy and old as I am.
Is he a youngster?
Yes. He's got to be around 33, 34. He and his
Yes.
wife just had their 4th child. He finally scored and had a boy. Three little girls, and finally a boy.
Thank
And
God
I'm
he's not going to have to drown that one in a lake now.
Hey, I'm just reciting what he told me.
That's what he said. I finally struck gold.
No,
Or
scored.
whatever he
He
said. I finally scored. Listen,
Scored,
buddy,
yeah.
you've scored at least 4 times.
That's right. Yeah. His
right.
wife told him this time reportedly that he's not allowed to touch her until he gets snapped.
Wow.
I'm like, okay.
I'm sure going to miss you, hun.
Yeah, that's right. Hell. All right.
That's
Where are
your.
we
That's
going?
it.
What are
That's
we
your
doing?
whole rant. That was a
No,
3-minute
I'm not
rant.
going to
That
do it,
was-
Chris. My blood pressure has been so elevated for so long. If I just get tipped that one little bit, I'll probably stroke out live on air.
We'll get you an ambulance.
Yeah. You know where I am, right?
We'll figure it out.
And especially on a Friday night,
Look,
the old airline will go, well, sucks to be that guy, I suppose.
you can't solve every problem before it arises. Sometimes you just got to go by the seat of your pants.
You know what? I agree with that. But in the meantime, while you're waiting for that problem to be solved, you can beat on a lot of people. Yeah.
Hey, so what topic are we going to talk about here first? We got people in the chat mentioning $25,000 fines, or after taxes, apparently what comes out to $28,880.75. We've got people that want to talk about whether we've heard back from our Liberal MPs. What do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about Bill C2 and the proposed legislation that was that I'm just learning about now, but apparently was received first reading in June, that would restrict, or it would make illegal, large cash exchanges over $10,000. They would be illegal to pay for something in cash over 10 grand.
Yeah, where did that land anyway?
All I
knew
know is
about it, heard about it. But
how am I going to pay my laundromat bill if I can't use cash?
I don't mean to be that guy, but if your goal is to tackle crime, pretty sure they can find something else to exchange in lieu of cash.
Prostitution?
Just a hunch. You know, solid objects trade. It's more of a medieval system, but it is effective.
You're being too subtle, Mike. Are you talking about gold?
And that brings up today's spot. No. I almost.
Goldstein Gold Exchange.
I invest in different precious metals.
What?
Copper, lead, and brass are not. Well, I guess they are precious metals. Some scrap dealers will actually take your used brass if it's deprimed. I found that out the other day.
Sorry, who will?
If you have some just ratched brass that's not worth reloading anymore, as long as it's deprimed, some scrap metal buyers will give you spot price on brass.
I can't imagine why they wouldn't. It's not like it's not brass.
Yeah, but some people are weird about that thing. But I know several steel yards of like, yeah, we'll take it.
You could always just melt it down yourself, and then you're not sending them.
Yeah, well, like here's
brass.
a chunk of brass.
Yeah. Here's a chunk of brass, not here's a whole bunch of spent casings with copper in the inside of them.
Because like eventually you reload enough, you wreck some cases just don't make it. So like, well, I can throw it in the garbage or throw her in a 5-gallon pail, and eventually it's like, hey, that might be worth something.
I've never seen this person comment before, Lindsay Prey.
Playing the long game.
But I love Lindsay's
he has.
comment. I've never seen Lindsay comment
Yes,
before, but
from time to time. It's been
I
quite
like
a while.
the comment. It's a good comment. I am working on solving the left-handed knife problem.
It is an issue.
Be a hammer. It's going to come with a hammer. It'll be an upgrade kit. You take the hammer, smash your left hand repeatedly, and learn to use the right hand. Storied Knives left hand upgrade kit.
You know, if we can
Being
invent,
left-handed may be among Lindsay's
Abilities.
less concerning attributes.
Sorry, being left-handed is one of his less concerning attributes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm
Well, which
always
topic
thinking
are we going to talk about here?
we're
I don't know.
We got a
Derek
few
just
of
got
them.
here. Hello, Derek.
Hey, I guess I could start them off. I don't know if you guys did the ad reads already. I was obviously
We
late.
did.
Wait a
Okay,
second.
well, in that case,
Sorry. Sorry. Lindsay.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Lindsay already cut himself, taking our gardener out of his sheath.
she bites.
You know, now is probably a good time to say that the gardener is actually an ambidextrous knife. I think the problem is user error. You're using it like a left-handed knife.
Is this one of the things where it's like screwdriver $3.99, aircraft screwdriver $62.99, boat
It's something
screwdriver
like that.
$109?
I'm a little bit concerned when somebody says that they've cut themselves with one of those knives because they're pretty sharp.
that's actually what you want cutting you if you need to be cut.
Fair,
Okay, sure.
fair, but I mean, I hope he didn't bleed. I hope he didn't require too many blood transfusion bags.
I hope he didn't bleed too much.
I want you to bleed just enough, Lindsay. Also, don't cut yourself with our knives. They're supposed to cut other things, not you.
Of course, you're
When
worried
you
about
be
cutting
chiming in.
yourself.
Okay,
All
when I
knives
be,
for me are left-handed.
that's a hilarious, tasteless joke.
Mhm.
Oh, well done.
I give that joke 2 thumbs up.
Oh,
Oh, hey, Chihuahua.
okay. Okay, Derek, go ahead and start us out with what we're talking about tonight.
So, as I say in the ad reads, stay tuned for the latest news on the battle to get the R9 back.
Okay,
Well, let's
continue.
just say I had the privilege of talking to JR this week, and let's start it off. Well, it's been over a month now since the RCMP has reclassified the Sterling Arms R9 Mark I as a prohibited firearm on July 6, 2025. Since then, we have learned some things. Sterling Arms has reached out to the firearms lab and essentially started an appeal process. We have learned that the lab's decision was made without the inspection of physical copies of the rifle or the rifle that is claimed to be a variant of. As a part of the appeal review, the firearms lab has accepted a technical package of drawings and prints of the rifle and has received those on July 17th. So that's 22 business days. The lab has followed up by requesting physical parts that have been shipped and should have been received as of today, August 15th. The RCMP says they'll make their decision within 60 business days. The lab has
We
actually
got
been
to
quick to
sleep
respond.
on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Exactly. They need to
Got to find a place
lots
to
of time
lose
make
this
their
file.
decision.
Yeah. How many days can you last without selling any product in your business? Oh, 42 days? We'll get back to you in 62 days.
Mm-hmm.
That gives us a good buffer.
So within 60 days. So hopefully the lesser part of 60 days. JR said the lab has actually been quick to respond and professional in their communications. The RCMP's decision will be impactful in a number of ways. Returns to non-restricted status. Licensed gun owners R9 will no longer be criminals and take their R9s to the range again. Now, the good government could ban the R9 via OIC later. However, the Carney government has positioned itself as deferring the job of firearms classification to the experts, in quotes, at the RCMP. This would be a very contradicting move. The RCMP sticks to the original judgment, while this calls into question of the credibility and ego of the RCMP firearms lab. So,
Well, that's the truth because there's absolutely no realistic justification as they wrote it. Like it's so glaringly in error. It's the type
Yes.
of ruling that somebody would make who has no idea what they're talking about. It would be like somebody like taking a look at the Ford Pinto and saying, well, no, this has all the characteristics of a variant of a Mustang fastback.
Yeah.
Like and that's really not that dissimilar of a comparison if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, they both will light up the back tires, but for different reasons.
And that's basically what, like, that you said that as a joke, Mike, but that's actually pretty comparable to this, right? I mean, they both have a firing pin that strike a primer and fire a projectile out of a barrel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So the
So that's
Drizzy
also a
needle
blatant
fire
admission
from
that
1886.
Yeah, exactly.
it is a straight up blatant admission, not directly, but in that they do not have physical copies before they prohibited the R9 of the R9 or the AR180 or AR180B.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they made a decision without actually looking at a physical.
Have you been
No,
in Canada very
specimen.
long, Derek?
it was they would need physical copies of the AR180B and the R18 Mark II because that's what they said it was variants of.
Yes.
Yeah.
And JR has provided both.
Oh, and I knew like there's no question. Like JR he's fucking on it. If there's any professionalism in this process, the R9 will come back. Because it is up to the government to ban it if that's what they want to do, because it absolutely is not a variant of anything related to a 180.
No,
Have you been in this country
Also,
long,
Mike-
Chris?
we've been in the.
Kurt, you're just sitting there being that meme
I'm just
of
sniping.
the guys with the noose around their neck. And they're like, first time?
Yeah, exactly.
James Franco.
Yeah, what the hell is the name of that movie? The Ballad of Buster
yeah.
Scruggs or something like that?
It was that.
Yes,
Or,
yeah, that's the name.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is it that one?
yeah, that's
I
where
love
that meme
one.
comes from. Yeah.
I've been enjoying the lizard meme. Have you seen the lizard meme?
No.
It's some Disney. It was at the end of a Disney movie there to promote a new movie. It's just a lizard going lizard, 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 and he's just tapping a picture of a lizard on a tablet, and it is. People are remixing it, and there's some great.
Should we
Great.
not say that that's the RCMP analyzing the drawings of a new firearm just
Art.
because they might be listening and we need them to make the right call here on the R9?
Derek, I have a meme idea for the Instagram. Lizard, 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 lizard.
That's funny.
That's fair.
Well,
That's fair.
so one of the big reasons that we haven't changed the ad read really for the Sterling is because of exactly what we were just talking about. I mean, it is so blatantly an incorrect assessment from them. We it's not just like wishful thinking. By rights, that gun should not be banned.
I think we need to write the lab, and maybe us as a group should provide some sort of contract or advice for a substantial fee to the RCMP.
We'll give the advice.
Yeah, we'll give the advice, and they'll give us a large government contract that's vastly overvalued.
My advice is a Jim Carrey quote from Liar Liar. Stop breaking the law, asshole.
As long as we get the check.
As long as we get the check.
As long as the check clears.
All right, what else are we talking about tonight? Let's rant some more.
Oh,
Do we have a list of stuff somewhere that you guys aren't sharing?
It just says general
Show
rant.
notes.
We have session notes that we've had since the dawn of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a theory about the no walking in the woods thing with the fine.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's
Let's
hear your Nova
indulge.
Scotian theory here.
Let's indulge.
Yeah,
So,
that's a big topic.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Before we do that, I'm being shit talked by the guy who still to this day is not a Canadian citizen.
Whoa, you
Jens-
just outed
Jens
him.
says,
God damn it.
how long have you been in this country, Chris? Am I not supposed to? Is that not well known? Have I let a cat out of a bag here?
You're acting like you don't know how the government in this country acts.
Yeah.
And this whole logic thing that we try to apply every once in a while
yeah.
has no place here.
Well,
Zero.
the thing is,
When we're talking about government.
We don't kick out actual criminals, so
That's right.
I think people who actually follow the law and have been contributing members to the society for over a decade are they're okay. They're safe.
Yeah.
Can we get on to my theory before my
Yeah,
voice
give-
dies?
Chain's starting
All
to
right.
wear through my ankle, though. I
Okay,
can tell you that right now.
let's hear your theory, Mike.
Okay, so we all know recently that there's no hiking in certain provinces in the Maritimes because
Well, there is. There's at least one person hiking.
one person has been hiking.
He's got the fine to prove it.
He's paid an well, you got to pay tax on top of the fine too. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
And they got to pay like PST and HST. It's terrible. So, anyways, everyone's saying it's because of the fires. The government's saying it's, well, if you fall and break your leg, we're not coming to get you.
Well, the government has said both, and that's what's so bullshit about the government. They've said both of those things.
I think we need to maybe not consider the authoritarian take, and maybe let's look at the conspiratorial a little bit.
Okay.
Put on the tinfoil hats.
Let's all get on our tinfoil for a second. So the U.S. military has access to nuclear weapons, and when they're flying them in an aircraft, if you have engine trouble, the proper
Aliens.
procedure, I'm getting to that,
Okay.
the proper procedure is to dump them before you land unarmed, so that if you crash, not kaboom. So my theory is that the U.S. is transporting something over the Maritimes from Europe in a large aircraft, and they had to ditch it over the woods, and they don't know where it is.
Okay.
So they said, Canada, can you do your thing that you're real good, the authoritarian overreach, and just keep people out of the woods till we find this missing nuclear weapon we lost? Because for those that don't know, they've lost, I think, almost 20 nuclear weapons doing
They
that.
have actually? Okay. All right.
There are weapons missing. One even was lost off the coast of BC, I believe.
Really?
So my theory is that they're trying to find it, and they've expanded. I think New Brunswick tagged in along as well, because they don't actually know where this thing is, and they really want to find it.
Well, is that the uranium mine that is rumored to want to?
I have
Derek, you're
nothing
muted.
to add to that theory. Oh,
No, I haven't gone full
am I
tinfoil
muted or you
yet.
just can't hear me?
We can hear
I
you.
can
Yeah,
hear you.
go, Derek. We're listening.
Thank you, Robert Downey.
Okay, so there's actually been 2 kids missing in Nova Scotia for like 2 months now.
Mm-hmm.
So to add to Mike's theory, I think they were walking in the woods and they actually got hit by the nuke. And that's why they're still missing. and they banned people from hiking because the kids got nuked, unfortunately.
Well, not nuked, but like impacted.
Yes,
You'd notice a fireball
but you
that
got
big.
impacted by a nuke. So
Yeah.
I'd
My other theory is aliens. Let's go full tinfoil. There's aliens in Nova Scotia. They've landed, and they don't want people in the forest.
Dude, there's aliens in
Actually-
Ottawa. It's called Parliament Hill.
No, the other
Aliens
kind.
or lizards, I'm not sure. Take your pick. I don't care, but they're
Lizard. I've been having fun a lot with that. Okay, so
right.
I need to download audio files instead of video files, I think.
can't always be.
Balls of steel.
Have some fun.
Balls of steel.
I do. I said that story live on the air. I didn't just let it bounce around in my head.
Yeah, appropriate.
There you go.
Oh, a wise guy, eh? Oh, a wise guy, eh?
That's a touchy subject, but I think you the hammerhead fell square on the nail head.
The hammerhead fell square on the nail head.
Yeah.
Isn't that how your counterpart ended up with a boy?
Listen, punchy kicky guy, stick to what you do, not construction stuff.
Okay.
Stay in your lane. You're riding your bicycle through the wrong neighborhood here.
All right.
An interesting thing I want to bring up is the Premier of Nova Scotia is actually a conservative premier.
No, he's not.
I'd say allegedly.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. This has been a bit of a problem, and just getting serious is for 1 second, and then we can go on to not being serious again. Authoritarianism is not a progressive or a left-wing concept.
No.
And just looking at COVID, there were plenty of conservative governments that were highly restrictive and manipulative, etc. The Saskatchewan government was one of them. The problem that we're facing is like, I think that like there are certain people who are interested in creating division in our country as a left-right issue. But it's the problem with our country is not the left against the right. The problem with our country is the authoritarian against the libertarian. Yeah. And I don't mean libertarian. I mean libertarian in like the actual sense of the word, not the political, buzzword.
The window dressing bullshit.
Yeah.
The ideology on the political spectrum.
Exactly.
That is.
And this I can't remember the Nova Scotia Premier's name. Dingleberry McFucklehead. He's just being authoritarian, and I think that it's not even out of. I would really question whether this decision was made out of malice or out of like trying to be authoritarian. I think that we just
do not discount.
I just think they really want to find that spacecraft. I'm telling you.
I think we've just been so apathetic in our own political process for so long that across our entire country, on every level of government, we've hired people who just don't know what they're doing. And when they don't know what they're doing, they get exacerbated. And what do people who get frustrated do? Well, they just try to shut things down.
Or get a job at the RCMP lab.
Yeah. JR says that's Mr. Dingleberry fuckerhead to you. JR, I wasn't talking about you, buddy.
Jeez.
We were talking about you earlier, JR, but you apparently hadn't joined us yet, so you'll have to catch the replay for that. But
yeah, you just missed the update of the R9. Thank you very much for providing that information again, JR. Yeah. And be sure to stay tuned for more as it progresses.
Okay, so before we move on from this topic, do you guys think that we're going to see more of this just like, oh, no, this is justified to take your rights away for this reason. No, it's justified to take your right. Because really what we're talking about is the right of freedom of movement. Mm-hmm. So are we going to continue to see more of that, or are people going to get more and more upset until they just can't do it anymore?
The social experiment that they conducted 5 years ago, they gathered a lot of data. So yes, this is down the slope a ways, but we are sliding down that slope.
Well, I take issue with shutting down the ranges. They've shut down every range in that province.
Well, not every range. There's certain ranges that they've asked them to shut down. I wonder if that's how much of a suggestion that actually was. But
well, when you get a letter from the CFO saying, maybe you should shut it down, they're probably going to do it.
Well, you're probably right, yeah. Because if they don't comply,
because they're all, I think all the ranges are like Department of National Resources. I could be wrong on that, but my understanding is there's a lot of public DNR ranges.
Spud says that his range is closed. Oh, JR says the RCMP have now acknowledged receipt of the rifle samples they sent them. That's good news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
The samples that they obviously did not have before, because otherwise they wouldn't be asking for them. So one thing I want to chime into is, however, is the premier of Newfoundland. Because Newfoundland is also dry right now. And the premier of Newfoundland was asked during a press conference.
This is not dry. They're all drunk every day. How
do you know the press? It's never dry there.
Derek, did the press conference take place in Fort McMurray? I'm just asking. That's a relevant question, and we all know
that's the second largest city in
Newfoundland. Brothers out there.
But they were in the first largest city in Newfoundland. So, but the actual premier of Newfoundland chimed in, and there were some reporters that asked, like, "Are you going to follow suit from Nova Scotia and Brunswick?" And he says, "No. Like, people literally live in the fucking woods. Like, there's people that
Oh,
Isn't that
don't
something?
That needs
there's
to be
people
an
that don't
actual
have
quote.
roads to their homes. Like, they commute by fucking quad, and I've seen that.
There are
So-
people that live in the fucking woods. That needs to be his actual words.
Yes, he's like,
and the little
he's like,
shades
oh, that's
roll
just,
down.
no, that's just like inconceivable. It's like, and again, this is biggest thing is it's just a statement to what the government thinks of their own people. If you
Yeah.
think you need to blanket ban people, I mean, obviously tell them, hey, maybe having the big old open pit barbecue is not a good idea right now. That's fine. But telling them they can't be outside because they're not trustworthy. That's essentially it. Because the government is not trusting their citizens.
The government used to be cool. It used to be like, yo, give me a letter to like go be a pirate and steal shit from that ship over there. They'd be like, fucking rights, here you go. And you and the
Pay
crew
your
could
taxes
roll
when you
up.
get back.
Oh, you give him
I
a
think
cut.
Mike is taking some cold medications in too high of quantities.
I want this to go away.
Have you guys, speaking of people living in the fucking woods, have you guys seen the clip of Scott Reed on CTV?
Oh man, the ombudsman should be getting
Oh,
60
yes.
emails.
Where he talks about these right wing people that like none of them have ever
These
been
fucking
out,
people.
Yeah, like none of them go out into the woods talking about you're restricting my right to go to. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, like the right. It's like I'll tell you as somebody who's not really that far right or left, it's not the fucking right that doesn't go into the wilderness.
No shit.
It's like,
but doesn't it tell you about the division in this country and what Canada is to so many people? It's like these fucking people sit in Toronto and try and tell like
Yeah.
dude,
yes,
there's,
you're right.
I have
Toronto is the
access
edge
to
of the world.
trees.
You fuck.
We know what trees are. We know what fire is.
Last weekend I went out on a backpacking trip along the North Sask into the Nesbitt Forest. We had a fire.
No.
Yeah.
Say you didn't.
In the forest.
And the
we had
whole
a fire.
province didn't spontaneously combust.
Nope. Nope.
God damn.
Yep.
You're onto something, Chris.
I think I figured it out.
What did you figure out, Chris?
What
What's the
was
spirit
Robert
walk?
Downey Jr.'s actual quote from that movie? Never go full. What was the rest of that again?
It escapes me right now.
I can't remember what it was
You
either.
spineless son of a bitch. Just
What,
say it.
never
Quit
never
trying to
go
get
full,
somebody else to say it.
But
never
it
go
was a
full
good quote.
retard.
No,
Never
that's-
never go full retard.
Hey, you can't say that. You can't say that word.
No,
There you go.
it's back.
Chris,
Look,
Christian
such
chime,
a
never go full
wanker.
libtard.
Never go full lip dart. Listen, only retards use bad words like that.
Mhm.
Do you know what sound it makes? No, I only know the
I
sound.
only know the
when
sound
it
it makes when it
lies.
takes a man's life. Okay,
makes sense.
I love everybody
Dude
in the
playing
chat
dude
right now is
disguised as
typing
an
it out.
arsonist.
So, okay, so have we figured this one out then? The Premier of Nova Scotia is, he may be a conservative in some sense, but he's also an authoritarian who doesn't give a shit about the rights of other people, and he's a poor leader and lazy. Have we figured that out?
I mean,
Yes.
like just manage your forests and don't suck at your job and ruin.
But it's
everybody
probably
else's
going to
time.
continue. So
Yeah.
the solution here is what Rooster was getting frustrated with before the last election when he was talking to all these people. Like, yeah, I hate Trudeau, but my vote doesn't count. Well, of course your vote doesn't count because there's too many fucking people like you who think that your vote doesn't count, so you just don't get involved.
Yeah. Attaboy, just give up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's manly of you. That's what we need to do. We need to start shaming people who are not involved in the political process. I mean,
Gee, who
publicly.
does that?
Let's
They do that in
flog-
Australia very well.
What's that?
Well, it's mandatory to vote in Australia. It's a criminal offense not to vote.
You know what? Some people would rather not have a vote, to be honest.
Well,
What's
yeah.
what's
That's
the
the
quote
tricky
from
part.
the dictator? The problem with democracy is every dumb and stupid person has a vote.
What was Mr. Burns' quote when about democracy? These like blue collar schlubs or something have lost me the election. Yet if I had them killed, I would be the one in jail. That's democracy for you.
I don't know.
Okay, let me back up just a bit regarding the shooting ranges. There's a letter from the chief firearms officer in New Brunswick. Dear Sir, Madam, on August 9th, 2025, province of New Brunswick announced that due to extreme fire risk and to protect sensitive habitats, all activities on crown land must cease. This restriction took effect at midnight August 10th and includes the prohibition on all vehicle traffic within crown land. In alignment
New
with
Brunswick
this
has done
provincial,
this too?
New Brunswick, yes.
Yeah, New Brunswick
I
is.
believe Derek said that, yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
In alignment with this provincial directive, the Provincial Firearms Office is advising that all shooting ranges operating under approvals on New Brunswick Crown land leases, must immediately suspend operations until must immediately suspend operations. It's not an advisement or a suggestion or anything else.
Well, their ranges are probably really short. I mean, you're shooting a steel target really close, you might cause a spark because their average hunting distance is about 25 feet. So, really need a 300 Win Mag for that one.
I'd use a 300 Win Mag shorty from 25 feet.
I will chime in. You actually shooting steel. You actually can light fires, and it's not from sparks. It's from the hot metal embedding itself into dry tinder.
Yeah, no, there's no question about that. But I mean, groom your fucking range.
Yes, and also
Chris, you need volunteers to maintain your range.
Also, another easy solution. Sorry, boys, it's paper only right now. Easy peasy.
Yeah, but
it might be paper only anyways.
Just about to say, most FUD ranges don't like steel, so it probably is paper only.
Most FUD ranges don't like steel.
Way to just paint the entire province with one brush.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he's wrong.
I know, probably right.
Just I'm not proven.
I got another topic.
Okay. Oh, here comes the rant. Here it comes. I've been waiting so long for this.
Why did so many people I know act like that?
Which
it's a gift.
Waiting for me to blow.
Oh, wait.
Whoa. Blow my top, blow my top, blow my top, blow my top.
No, that's not
Explode.
Better. No, not better.
All right,
so there is a 1,000-yard range in New Brunswick.
Good it's called the entire island.
Anywhere is a 1,000-yard range if you're brave enough.
Yeah, that's right. Okay,
what's your topic?
Late today, I was watching the Northern Perspective, their podcast on YouTube, and really, really interesting. The U.S. Department of Human Rights, or the Human Rights Commission, put out a report in 2024. So they do this on several countries around the world. Just what they've seen for human rights issues, I guess. Let's say. So they did one on Canada, and the funny thing about this, there was a lot in it, and all the things that we can expect that we've talked about lots and are well aware of with certain protests versus certain other protests, and bank accounts getting frozen and trucks taken and all this kind of stuff. The funny thing is, this wasn't 1AB's, and the report was put out by the Biden administration. This was before Trump was reelected. So there is no argument now about, that's just right-wing propaganda and far-right garbage or whatever. And,
well, you know how the right is.
Oh yeah, I'm well aware.
I wish our propaganda
and then
was half as good as they said it was.
So the Canadian Human Rights Commission also put out a report for 2024.
On that, on the
And-
other Human Rights Commission, they said, "I know you are, but what
No,
about
on
I?"
themselves. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, on Canada itself, and it was all roses really, except for two mentions of anti-Semitism and three of rising anti-Islamic activity.
Rising anti-Islamic activity. Okay. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's a real concern in this.
Is
country.
that because we had the audacity to arrest those two folks,
the drug runners in
the
Saskatchewan?
drug runners in
Yeah,
Saskatchewan?
$4 million bust.
Yeah.
Meth bust, and then just here today or yesterday, there was no grounds to charge them. Couple of enterprising young men from Edmonton, Alberta,
Yep.
just
driving chemicals.
trucking on through. Yeah, you bet. No
big
problem.
deal.
How about,
Allegedly, I mean, we can't say that they did because there's no evidence to arrest them. So
no, it's poor fellas, just trying to scratch up a living.
I do, as a middle-aged white man with blue eyes, I do.
All right, there, Sydney Sweeney.
Oh,
How's your jeans, Chris?
If I had Sydney Sweeney's bus line, I would never leave the house. And that's all I got to say about that.
Well, medical technology gets better every day.
By the way, I'm in the process of transitioning into Sydney Sweeney's breasts.
Congratulations.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Somebody please change the topic for me very quickly.
We got 180 chiming in. That's why Trudeau spent 170,000 repatriating 7 ISIS brides back to Canada.
Yeah.
Junk food and wine, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
that's haram, my friend.
We opened that door. We opened that door when we gave, what was it? Omar Khadi was his name?
Omar Cotter, yeah.
Cotter. Was it 10 million he got?
11.
Like that.
11 million. Like, what the fuck?
How they come up with that, I don't know.
It's like, bro, you threw a grenade at an American soldier and killed him. Like, here's tough $10 million.
Not sure how we decided that was Canadians' responsibility.
I can't remember how that ended up on us, on our plate. Oh, because he was a resident of Canada.
Yeah, he was. And then
for a time.
His family decided that they were needed back in the home country a little bit more for certain activities.
Yeah.
And he was imprisoned at Guantanamo Bay, I do believe. And it was the inadequate upholding of his rights that's where the compensation came in.
Yeah.
That's
being imprisoned
that's
in a
what the
tropical
court
destination.
Getting 10 million, the Canadian government giving people $10 million for trampling on their rights has not aged well.
Oh, they just set some precedent. I think they want to roll that back.
Yeah. Like, oh, we're actually okay with taking away rights now, Omar. Can we have that 11 mil back? We could really use it right now.
Yeah.
They could raise a lot of money if maybe we just let us have suppressors, and you know what, just add a $200 fee, and then you can have a suppressor. I think that'd be a great way to stimulate the economy.
I would put in my $200.
Which it's not. I believe there's several other countries, not just the U.S., that have that. I think the UK you have to pay a fee. Denmark, I think you have 22 suppressors aren't, but centerfire ones are.
Okay.
I think we just need to rebrand what we want as gun owners on what Europe has.
Oh, I completely agree.
We have Europe. We need to go to Europe. We want European style gun laws, and then list all of the gun laws that are the same or if not better. Like, here's Italy's law on this. Here's the Czech law on this, and we want, because as long as you brand it as anti-American, pro-Europe, they'll give us machine guns. The way the average Canadian pays attention to it, they're like, yeah, European style, cool, whatever. And then
I think
have
the
a tank
average
in my front
Canadian.
yard.
I think the average Canadian still thinks that firearms are banned outright in Britain.
Oh yeah, but they can have more capacity in their semi-auto shotguns than we can.
But they can't have tips on their knives.
No. But if you have a shotgun, what do you need a knife for?
You do need a storied knives Gardner knife, though. However,
That's right.
I mean, like, you can still open a bag of Doritos with a shotgun.
You know, I took my gardener on the hike that we went on last weekend, and I'll tell you what, if you guys have never had campfire spam, you're missing out.
Special purpose assault meat?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So I whenever I'm camping, from now until the end of time, I will have a can of spam with me. Whether I'm backpacking, whether I'm glamping, it doesn't matter. Spam for breakfast with eggs when you're camping, it is the cat's meow. And I'll tell you, my gardener sliced up that spam like a hot knife through spam butter.
Yeah, Spam, known for its rigidity and toughness.
Well, I'll tell you
If
something.
you cut the can with it, that's impressive. Like, don't get me wrong.
Oh, that's what I should have done.
You should just, like, I cut through the whole thing, can and all, in slices, and then it makes its own little grill as you put it down.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
There's some marketing for you.
So Spud's asking if I had beans. Not for breakfast, Spud. Come on. Beans are a dinner. They're a dinner fruit.
Oh, you are white.
Is there a legume?
No, what I'm not. What I don't do, Rooster, is British things just because they're British and I'm in Canada.
Okay. We had a UK themed menu last night at camp here. And I was like, gee, what could that be? And that's all it said.
This is his segue into explaining why he has spotted dick.
it was just.
Did you have fish and chips? Fish and chips?
Yeah, fish and chips, bangers and mash, and I don't know, some other fucking gruel slop. But the highlight, however, was an apple crisp at the end.
Ooh.
Ooh, apple crisp, hey?
Yes, sir. Argue with that one.
What does he say? Is that real men eat sushi or is that bacon?
That's bacon.
I think he's saying
that's bacon.
But so it's good, but men eat bacon.
Actually, if you look at it in the comments section, it's got the white strips in between, but the white background there, it's hard to see. So that's like bacon to me.
I really thought that
That's white
Lindsay was
privilege
gonna.
bacon.
I thought that Lindsay was going to hit the nail on the head, and he was telling me that real men eat sushi fish.
I just have this thing about food that's cooked. It's very me.
Is it sushi or is it sushi fish?
Well, I was trying. I was
Is that
saying.
kind of like
I was trying to
duplicating a description.
It is, but I was trying to be very colorful in painting a picture with my words.
Look at the new tire wheels on my car.
Oh man, I got this new pair of circular tire wheels. They are so round.
Do you know how they spell tire in the UK?
Tyre.
I know it's wrong. I have to work on JCB equipment, and they spell it wrong, and it annoys me.
Those sons of bitches.
But speaking of Britain, hold on.
Too.
There was a segue to that. Guess what's going on in the next following week in the UK?
What?
The World Rimfire Championship.
I thought you were going to say anarchy.
No. It's either anarchy in the UK or a holiday in Cambodia. I didn't remember what song of Guitar Hero to pick.
Okay, our comment section is going downhill quicker than we are in our chat. John is saying uncooked food is such an anti-white person thing.
You can't really disagree.
As the tallest, most bald, blue-eyed man here, I do feel very persecuted.
Mm.
Oh,
yeah,
crap.
darn us for inventing electricity.
What good did that ever do?
Was that us, or was that just one specific damned American?
I don't know. Everyone likes to make this one guy did a thing, therefore the whole group gets to take part in it. I don't know. Well, it's like one gun guy does a bad thing. All gun owners are bad.
Yes.
This one group of minority does a
I
thing.
think-
They're all good. Like,
I think we have to transition right now into political rimfire because Jens doesn't like our topic.
What's left? What's right? Rimfire. Is it your game?
the politics of rimfire. Ooh.
What's our next topic?
Ooh,
There's
Jonathan.
we still haven't talked about the big hey, uncooked food causes hair loss, so who is eating it out of all of you? That I feel targeted. Fuck you guys.
What
Except
do you
for
mean?
Derek.
Yeah, I was
except
about
for
to
Derek.
say. What do you mean?
You still have more side hair than I do, though. Plus, you got sideburns. You can't have sideburns when you're bald, Derek. Get with the program.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Derek
Have you
doesn't
never
have hair
watched a
loss.
70s
He used
movie?
to have a fro.
A trucker
I
movie?
used to have an afro.
He
It's
did.
a fact.
You never seen Smokey and the Bandit? Come on.
Smokey and the Bandit. What?
That's a Big 10-4, Jerry Reed.
Mm.
I just want to say, lastly, on this particular topic, your spam thing.
Yep. Okay.
Once the UN does effectively ban all meat consumption,
Mm-hmm.
you're still good, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Me,
I don't
Hawaii,
think they classify
Guam.
that as meat.
Me, Hawaii, Guam, and the Philippines will all be okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Lindsay's
guess.
got his.
You didn't know
his
that, Kurt?
tinfoil hat on.
It's like more than 90% of the world's spam is eaten in Hawaii, Guam, and the
Oh
Philippines.
no!
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
They love it.
Lindsay chiming in. This is why the government isn't stepping in with the Air Canada strike, so they can keep all the shooters away. Most of them have already made it there, though. However,
They're already there, or probably flew WestJet.
however, if they're going to make it back, that's another question.
I see.
Take the Queen Mary across.
Hey,
There's
what's
still
you
one.
saying with Bigfoot there? He's got my attention. Bigfoot.
That's all he said.
Is that
Was
the next
Bigfoot.
topic?
He said, I
That's
fucking
next
love
topic.
sushi, sashimi, all sorts of raw fishies. And then he followed that up with Bigfoot. And now, because he can't be done with that, he says, do you crave hepatitis? Come on down to Timmy Hortons.
Yeah, right.
I have been having hepatitis withdrawal lately. Okay, what's our next topic? What's the big elephant in the room?
Chris wasn't here for our discussion. We covered it briefly last episode. The
Yeah, that's true.
CCFR letter.
Yeah.
Chris did not get a chance to chime in, and it's kind of brewed and saturated. a little
No,
bit of
not
time.
really. I mean, my initial response, I think, is a lot like a lot of other people. I have thought that grandfathering is a extremely poorly constructed concept. Always. And probably just because I'm not old enough to have been involved in the last time that there was a grandfathering. But so maybe, but you know, that I think that also allows me to look at it from the other perspective. It's something that saves me right now if I get something grandfathered, but it fucks over every generation that's coming after me. And so I
That's where I disagree with you.
But that's exactly what it does.
No,
Kurt, we can hear everything that you're doing on that arm.
So essentially, I feel like this is a view of a lot of people where it's like, that's if there's grandfathering, it's be all end all. There's laws are going to be changed around firearms. They've been changing forever, and they'll continue to change.
Name one
It's the
time
government.
that grandfathering has been extended to people who came after the grandfathering. Theoretically, what you're saying is true. Practically, it has never happened in this country, and there's no reason to believe that it ever will.
Yes. Again, my thing is, I'm of the opinion that ideally there's hope that the conservative government gets in and just cleans slate and new Firearms Act altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Again, my opinion is that unfortunately is low, depending on the timing. We would have to get like a government replaced like within the next year in order to really see some gains from the next conservative government. My opinion is that unfortunately the longer until the next conservative majority government, the less gains we're going to see. So depending on that timeline, which is unknown, if that timeline is really long, I think grandfathering is actually beneficial. If that timeline is short, not so much.
There's too many variables to definitively
There's a lot of
state how
variables
it's gonna
to
go.
Yeah, all we can talk about right now, and all I've talked about so far, is the concept of grandfathering. I haven't got onto this particular proposal yet. I've done, you know, I've watched the video, I've read the proposals, I've listened to multiple analyses from different points of view. I've texted back and forth with people in the industry and asked them what they thought, asked them why. I've tried not to form. So because I don't believe that the CCFR is doing this out of anything other than what they believe is right, I'm giving this a fair shot, and I'm trying to. What I'm not doing, and what I will always refuse to do, is blindly follow somebody based on ideology. Okay, and I think that we're probably seeing a lot of that on both sides right now, because the ideology forever has been, you know, no compromise, grandfathering is bullshit. And the other side of it right now, I think a large number of people are saying, well, it's the CCFR. I believe in them ideologically, so I'm going to follow what they say. I refuse to be on either side of that. I'd rather weigh it on its merits and actually think about it before I decide on something. I think that this particular proposal, I think it's very clear that this particular proposal, and Rod has been, Rod especially on Twitter and on YouTube in response to their video, has been extremely clear that they believe that this is the only path to, or not the only path, but it is the path with the greatest chance to make a difference down the line to try and return our guns. And the idea,
especially with the current government,
right? The idea being that if the guns are already gone, then there's nothing to really overturn. I don't agree with that statement. The current guns that we own in these formats, yes, they would be gone. But let's not forget, we're talking about Canadian guns, and that matters to me a lot. But we're not just talking about Canadian guns. In the last 10 years, a tremendous amount of firearms in general have been banned, and that are still being manufactured in many different places, just not being sold in Canada right now. And so, you know, it wouldn't be the first time, as an example, there's an actual precedent for this, that the AR-15, for example, has gone from prohibited to a less restricted category. Unlike the precedent for expanding or removing grandfathering and anything like that, there's an actual precedent for that with the AR-15.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's as strong of an argument. However, I don't think that that's actually, and I wish that if I'm correct on this, I wish the CCFR would say this, although maybe there are some tactical reasons for why they're not. But just kind of reading between the lines and listening to some other things and posts from Rod and this sort of thing, I think that the CCFR is worried that if the confiscation happens before their hearing at the Supreme Court, then the Supreme Court will consider the hearing moot. I didn't come up with this on my own. There are other people that have analyzed this and are of the same kind of opinion. And I think that is a legitimate reason to try and have grandfathering brought in. I really don't think that the Liberal government is going to do this through a lobbying campaign to the Liberals. It's a real long shot. I think it's probably worthy. I'm not against the campaign. I think whether a person participates or whether a person doesn't, the whole strong arm thing. Rod made a particular comment one time, or not one time. I think it was in Twitter, and I'm trying to remember. What the hell did he say? It was something. I'm not sure why people. No, that's not what it was. Sorry. He made a comment that was kind of disparaging to people who don't immediately agree with the CCFR's initiative, and I thought that it was a little bit uncouth, and probably the first time I've ever disagreed with anything that Rod Giltack has ever said. I'm a pretty big fan of Rod's. He did say on YouTube, he said, "We are still fighting this in Supreme Court if they accept our case. None of this changes any of that. If the OIC is deemed illegal, everything goes back to normal in the interim." And that's true, and I still believe in the court case. He says, I'm having difficulty understanding everyone else having difficulty understanding. And I think there's a really good reason to not... I think there's a legitimate reasoning on both sides for whether you're going to participate in it and whether you're not. And I think that I'm very loath to be trying to shame people into doing what I want them to do, considering everything that we've been through in the last 10 years, especially the last 5 years. But I've kind of come to the conclusion that it's a worthy effort.
And again, this all hinges on a liberal government, which has been our number one enemy for the last 11 years, just about. So, again,
60 years.
Oh, yes. Yeah, there's that. But however, more substantively as firearms owners, obviously in the last 5. So
I'm still bitter Trudeau Sr. gave up our nukes.
Lindsay chime in. Grandfathering keeps the conversation on the table. If someone has items, it's easier to keep the conversation going. If no one has anything, there's no conversation to be had. Yep. That's a very true fact.
I don't think that that's actually true. I don't think that that's true at all.
Elaborate.
So there's obviously what is the phrase? One bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. I think that's definitely accurate. So, if a prohibited firearm in our possession is better than a prohibited firearm that we could purchase if they would allow us to. I agree with that. But I don't think that means that there's no conversation to be had. Just like we have never had, not in...
I think Lindsay's alluding to the fact if the confiscation goes through. I think that's maybe what he's more alluding to. If a confiscation happens, well, that's obviously a really big step to bring these back to market, which nobody has. That's kind of how I read his comment.
I agree. It's likely going to be much more difficult to have that conversation if nobody has them in hand. But that doesn't mean that there's no conversation to be had. Mm-hmm. It's a bit hyperbolic.
It is a tad hyperbolic.
When AB chimes in, even if they accept grandfathering of prohibited firearms, are you going to get a prohibited license from the RCMP when they're not issuing them? So the clarification, at least the understanding of the letter I read, is that essentially the letter states that the storage and use status of those firearms would go back to their original status pre-OIC.
Yeah, for those of us who own them. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have an AR, it would still fall under restricted. Essentially, it's just that you're not going to sell it to someone who has who gets a non-restricted license this year.
Lindsay, that is not the expression, Lindsay. The expression is not a bird in the hand is worth more than 2 in the bush. But I get what he's saying. I don't disagree that having them in our possession makes it easier to have the conversation about being able to use them again.
Yes.
I think a big part of the problem here is that it's difficult for anyone to swallow anyone asking us to choose whether we'd rather be kicked in the left testicle or the right testicle.
I mean, some people only have one, so that's an easy choice. The other one.
I'm not about making rules based on the minority of society.
Huh.
That goes for saying with LGBT rights, and it also goes for getting kicked in. Well, it goes for one bald man.
Mhm. So the grandfathering proposition
One bald
hinders
man.
on, I would say I'll break it down into three factors. So essentially, have two choices. The confiscation
Mike,
is
shut up.
delayed.
Yeah, the conversation is delayed. Yeah.
The confiscation is delayed, or actually happens. The length of this current Liberal government and the time till the next majority government, and also if the Liberals accept grandfathering as proposed or not, or take a variant of it. So you see those different intersecting pathways.
Yeah.
Essentially, if you do the statistics on it, there's multiple different outcomes, none of which are easily predictable.
Yeah, for sure. And some of them are highly undesirable because if they accept grandfathering and they just expand the category of 12.6, well, they're not going to say all of a sudden you can take 12.6 firearms into the bush.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think that I think that it's highly unlikely that even if they did grandfather them, that they would create a special non-restricted prohibited category.
They'll give you a 12.9 or a 12.10, or they'll just make up a new one.
Yeah, but I highly doubt that would include the use of a Kodiak 180C or a Sterling R9 in the bush.
Yeah. So again, this is
But that's
only
where the two birds are in the bush.
Yes, there. So again, it's a little bit difficult to talk about this in depth because again, we don't know again if it's going to be accepted and how it's going to be accepted. We could talk really about if it's done to the letter that the CCRFR sent out, then we can have a more detailed discussion. But I think essentially we're limited until we know exactly if and how it's delivered.
Yeah, I think either way, whether grandfathering is supported or whether grandfathering isn't supported, I think both options have a small chance for a reasonable outcome given the circumstances. And both options have a higher chance of a very undesirable result.
So
for me, I'm not going to be the guy I'm not going to be the analog yelling at everybody who doesn't agree with me for not wearing a mask.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head there, Chris. So nail on the hammerhead.
Think about this. Like just remember, you guys, we're dealing with devious minds. I've said it lots before. We just don't think like these people. Let's just say that this grandfathering thing is successful to whatever degree. Okay, you can use your stuff again. They're all restricted. Go to the range. You betcha. Everybody's happy. I've said it lots before that your fucking truck is no goddamn good if you can't buy the fuel, find a fuel station, afford the fuel, whatever. They don't have to take the guns.
I did not mean to put that up. I apologize.
Sure.
I actually didn't.
Okay, fine, guys. You can use your guns as you did before at the range. By the way, leases are coming due, and permits are not obtainable for those ranges, new ranges, existing ranges, whatever. Oh, guess what? We're going to take these ranges and give them back to the First Nations, or whatever the case. Something much more righteous than having a gun range there.
Not in Alberta. Praise.
Well,
praise.
that's part of the conversation that nobody is talking
Mm-hmm.
about, and I think, well, not nobody, very few people are talking about it, but I think that a lot of people aren't talking about it openly because they're afraid of.
Putting the idea out there. We all kind of know where this is going. We're just
No,
gonna.
I'm talking about Alberta, Saskatchewan. I don't think that any of the four of us would have to worry too much about the confiscation program to begin with. Both of our provincial governments seem pretty committed to the idea of preventing the RCMP from following through on a confiscation program anyways.
Yeah.
However,
So what is that? 12 million people?
well, is approximately something like that. I can't remember
Like,
how many
and
are in Alberta.
total, and not
Yeah.
even talking about the gun owners,
Oh, for sure.
legal gun owners.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's why people aren't talking about it publicly because it's not entirely relevant to the conversation. Sure, the four of us might not have as much to worry as the people in Toronto, as the people in New Brunswick, especially the poor bastards that are living in Manitoba under Wab Canoe. But that's not exactly what it's about, and it never has been, just like it's never been about the FUD saying they're not coming for my shotgun when they came for our ARs.
Right.
It is true that we are all in this together. Now, however, if there was a massive 2.25 million gun owner, exodus into the provinces of Alberta and Saskatchewan,
Alberta and Saskatchewan locals would be pissed because they're like, all these people keep moving here. Go back where you came from.
That's right. We kind of like that. There's not a hell of a lot of people here.
no. See, what you do is we take all of the progressive dipshits,
right.
and they can go to Toronto.
Mm.
Do you have a particular train in mind?
Yes.
Via rail is expensive, man. I don't know what you're suggesting.
Is it a hate crime if I make a joke and say the train that says Art Bike Not Fry on it?
Yes.
It's very dark humor.
It is a joke. I would like to
It's a
clarify
good thing you didn't say it.
Yeah, it's a good thing I would know. It would have been a joke if I had
That's
said
right.
it.
Yeah.
Uke, obviously being in America, he's asking what's up in Manitoba. The premier of Manitoba
Trees.
is welcoming the gun buyback with open arms. He's taking federal money to
Because of Winnipeg.
because
That money is going to be used to heat the block heaters to keep the police cruisers running in Winnipeg. It's not to confiscate anything. It's cold in Manitoba. That's going into general slush operating expenses. They're not going to do shit.
Well, and that's a good point that 1AB is making. If grandfathering it wasn't supported when Bill Blair talked about it, and he got removed from his position because of it, I'm not sure that's the entire reason why, but then it ain't happening again. Just ask Natalie Provo, and I think that's a good point, and I don't blame the CCFR for doing this. I think that they genuinely they're taking the shot that they think has the greatest chance of success. I unfortunately don't think that it's going to. I don't think it's going to work.
Also, when we put this question out to the panel, what is the likelihood of the Liberals just kicking the can down the road and extending the amnesty year after year after year after year?
Eventually, they're going to have to do something.
Best
Depends how
option.
many-
I disagree.
Depends how many
I
cronies are
disagree.
getting government contracts.
But that doesn't seem likely. In a lot of Rod's replies too, he's saying that like they have, it's their understanding that the government has a staff of 100 currently. Now I don't know how true that is. I haven't seen it anywhere other than Rod's post, but he's claiming that they've got more than 100 people on that confiscation file right now.
Yeah, but isn't
Yeah,
there
those
over
are government
60
contractors
60,000
lining their pockets.
Access government
Let's hope.
employees too?
Yes.
Hey, let's hope.
Isn't there a surplus?
Let's hope it's the same fucking people who created the ArriveCan app, and because that can only be good for us. But I mean, that's it's part of the reasoning that Rod has been saying in comments. That like they believe the confiscation is going to happen. They've got a staff of 100 people on it.
Maybe that there'll be 100 of the 60,000 that need to get cut,
Yeah, maybe.
or 100 out of the 60,000 extra is a drop in the bucket.
If the amnesties get extended in 2 months, then hey, problem solved.
What is it supporting this idea that the amnesties will likely get extended? I'm not following. I haven't heard.
Because there's no alternative. If they would have, if they're going through it, they have to have some sort of program. There is no program. Like if you phone the RCMP right now and say, "I want to sell my gun back to the government," they're like, "We're not going to buy it. You can give it up for no money at your local RCMP station, but there is no personal stage 2 buyback established."
I was like, "Oh no, we're leg wrestling for it at a minimum." In the parking lot.
That's the thing is you can't fault people if they have no option.
Can't fault these
Phase 1 has begun, but not phase 2. They have not bought a personally owned firearm off of anybody in this country.
Mm-hmm.
To all of a sudden expect on the end of October, beginning of October, I forget which it is, for all of a sudden to people have sold everything back, not realistic.
So isn't this just a good lesson for all of us, especially those of us who are on the shit end of ideological thinking and ideological politics right now? Isn't this just a great lesson for all of us that of the dangers of ideological thinking?
No.
Yeah, it fucking should be.
No, it could be way worse.
Like, what the fuck?
You'd have to have some intelligence to parse that out. So it's.
But I'm just saying, like those of us who are going through this right now, every single gun owner in Canada, I think it is incumbent on every single gun owner to think long and hard about the dangers of ideological thinking and giving up independent thought for ideology.
Yeah.
And because it's not just the left that does it.
You're right. But it tends to be the extreme ends of that
yeah, that's true.
Where it's really obvious.
And the moderates shall inherit the earth. That's what I'm fucking waiting for. Like, can we all just like move back to the center a little bit and quit being a bunch of fucking cocks?
No, there'll be so.
No, but there's power in cuckdom. That's
I
the
didn't
thing.
say cuck. I said cock.
Well, I heard cuck, but we're going with it. That's the thing. Like, it's easier to be weak and loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, like, what the fuck? Oh, you guys are gonna make fun of me for saying this. What is the point of life?
To pass on your genetic material and die.
To have good genes.
Okay, so the cynic has answered. Guys, I'm not. For 1 second, I'm not joking when I say this. I think
chicks, cars, guns, and the Third World War.
Oh man.
To
see your enemies driven before you and hear the lamentations of the women. I genuinely think that the purpose to life is not 42. It's not the answer. But it is to improve.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that as individuals, it should be something that we think about every single goddamn day. None of us are perfect. None of us are doing it right now. Every single day, how can we do something better? Well, one way that every single goddamn person on this planet could be better is to start thinking and stop allowing others to do your thinking for you because of ideology.
Before you have the privilege to improve, though, you have to have the fucking freedom to do so.
Don't use... How do you get a fucking left-wing and a right-wing reference in one sentence? The privilege and the freedom... In order to have privilege...
Because I'm centrist, you cock.
I love it. All right. I'm with you now, Rooster. You won me over. I'm following your ideology now.
Wait a
And
minute.
so you should. Otherwise, they'd call you a racist and homophobic and whatever other buzzword I can think of off the top of my
Ageist.
non-bald head.
Ageist.
Ageist. Yeah.
So
Did
that's
we
an
solve-
interesting point from 1AB. That's why they banned our, I would say froze is a more accurate word, froze our handguns and didn't offer any money. They'll
Yeah.
just steal them when we die.
Yeah.
Easy.
And honestly,
Or-
like, it's another reason why I generally disagree with grandfathering. I mean, what they've done with the handguns is essentially the same as grandfathering.
They bought
I mean,
the SIG 320s for the Canadian forces, and they're like, we cannot let this out. in
Not
public."
necessarily close. However, as presented in the CCFR letter, the grandfathering would allow people that are grandfathered to buy and sell between each other. So it would be at least somewhat of an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and agreed on that point. Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's all a psyop, man. The Canadian
But
government
it's still-
bought the 320. They didn't want to
It's-
look dumb. They knew it was terrible.
It still fucks over everybody who comes after us, you know, and that's a problem for me.
If the conservative government doesn't do anything.
So, yeah, it's a matter of what kind of faith do you have in the next couple of years, and I don't.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
what I
don't-
pointed out before. The longer it takes till the next conservative majority, the more diminishing returns.
Yeah, I really do think that the conservative government is the only option for us. But I also really, and I'm not ragging on any conservative in general, but historically, and then I think that includes right now, the Conservative Party in Canada is not as good at politics as the Liberal Party is.
Not nearly. Yep.
Mhm.
They're weak. In the sense of politicking.
Yeah, they don't politic as well.
No.
Well, when
they
you
don't.
when you don't own the media, it's kind of hard.
Well, okay,
$600
fair.
million goes a long way.
How did
Yeah.
the Liberal Party come to have the mainstream media in their pocket? Because they've been out politicking the Conservatives since 1867.
And funding them.
Yeah,
Why did you say
exactly.
1867?
Why not 1967, Chris?
Because it's been going on longer than 1967.
We were a Dominion back then. We weren't a country until 1967.
Doesn't matter.
And people say Clip and Magazine are the same thing. They're different.
I didn't
Okay,
say that we
consider
were
that.
a country. I just said since 1867.
I'm like, well,
Quit sliding down these rabbit holes.
Yeah, they're
Consider
just arguing
this.
semantics with me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
as
Chime
as
in
you
there,
guys
Rooster.
usually do.
Yeah.
So let's say again, this grandfathering thing goes into play and people are happy or whatever. And so maybe conservative government gets in. But by that time, the flames have died. We're off the throttle. Everybody seems happy now. Conservative
we're going
government's
all
in.
throttle.
And it's not such a big issue anymore. It's not a pressing issue. Why would we do anything about it now? It's just
Because
like-
I need to hunt gophers with a 249.
no.
Well, I think
Now it
at
doesn't
this point,
become it's not something to pay attention to. Now we've got all this other stuff to fix in this country, and we're left in stasis.
how-
I'm not.
And that's what I worry about. That it's
I'm
just-
not completely.
It'll die at that
Yeah.
level.
I think at that point, or at this point, Kurt, I think there are enough, and thank God for these people. You know, I think the CCFR has made enough political friends. I think people like Phil and JR have done enough to gain political influence, and rightly so. And I think that at that point, the conversations would become, hey, you realize that, you know, there's 2.25 million of us, and we are a major reason why the conservative government has any chance, or the Conservative Party has any chance of forming governments in the next decade.
Mhm.
Not only that, but y'all are broke and they contribute a lot to the economy if you would let them.
Yeah. So I think it becomes, if a conservative government gets in power, it becomes a matter of look, like our support in no small part got you here.
Mhm.
And you'd like to stay here, I assume, because the reality is gun ownership on the right, there's that's a Venn diagram that's a single fucking circle. You know what I mean?
That's not a Venn diagram, that's a pie chart.
No, it's not a pie chart.
If it's one circle, it's a pie chart. If it's two circles intersecting, it's a Venn diagram.
Oh, here we go. Chris is going to prove you
Mike
wrong.
being that guy.
No, what the point is, there's so much overlap on that Venn diagram. It's a fucking circle.
Mhm.
I think everybody understood what I was saying.
Well, it's like it's a yellow circle. There's like a little triangle, and then it looks like Pac-Man.
You know what? While
You're
you
not
guys
listening,
have this intellectual fucking sword fight, I kind of want to add at the last here. I'm afraid I admire you guys, but I think my rose-colored glasses are covered in shit. To be honest.
Nah.
Step number 1: stop shitting on your glasses.
I can't help it.
Put
You
the
don't
big
have to be that
chocolate king
close to check
cobra
cows.
away.
Listen, I'm trying to get somewhere in life, man.
So you shit on your glasses?
Mhm.
At least by
Thinking
good
my nose
glasses,
where
they
it don't
get clean
belong.
easier.
Okay, so finish your thought though, because we're following you. I just
No,
wanted
that's
to
it.
make fun.
Onto the shit-colored glasses.
Oh, that was the end of your sentence? It's just
You
like-
guys with your rose-colored glasses, and like I say, I admire you. In a sense, I sort of wish that I was so optimistic. But my rose-colored glasses, unlike yours, have shit all over them. That's all.
Can I
So I
just
need to say it
paraphrase?
once more.
Can I paraphrase what you said for my
All right.
own amusement?
Do it.
Mhm.
Do it.
I
Your
respect
interpretation.
I respect you guys, but I shit on my glasses.
And that's becoming a short.
All of this becomes shorts, whether you realize it or not.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, it's not that much of a surprise to me that Rooster is the most cynical of us, and I'm there with you, buddy. I'm not really that far off from you. Yeah.
I've hit some serious low points in my life. I spent 4 years in Northern Ontario. Anything above that is gravy. Enjoy life. I've seen the bottom. It's full of trees.
You
Yeah.
is so right. The
Yeah.
shit winds are a coming.
The shit eagles are going to swoop down like the shit birds they are and
Let
shit
me
up
pull
the
up
place.
the Leahy meme.
Fucking
Yeah.
sheepbirds, Randy.
This could be great for a province. What's your biggest contribution to society? Trailer Park Boys? No, the fact that your guys are kind of trashy. That's it. That's all you got.
Hey, can I
Indo.
come on there, come here, fucker.
He's touching it.
Watch that rotator.
Look what
Nice
I
airsoft, Chris.
That's a nice airsoft gun. Hey, look what I got
is.
in there. Look at. Is it going to focus? No, I set the focus to manual. You can't see it up close, but I got my red dot on there. We're gonna have some videos.
Sexy rifler.
Gonna have some videos coming up with my tactical 44.
That's it. That's all you got.
Just trying to fill air, guys.
Oh,
Thanks
I thought
for
you were going to
helping.
elaborate. I thought you were going to elaborate more. Like, this is what we got planned. You know, we wrote a script. It's going to be great.
I'm going to shoot this rifle,
That's
and,
pop.
and then I'm gonna press
Jason
play,
Pop.
and then I'm gonna talk about it, and then I'm gonna shoot it some more, and then I'm gonna publish it.
God help me, what have I done with my life?
Here's about rifle reviews, and this is maybe other people knows this too. It's kind of funny when like a rifle right comes out and there's like 35 reviews on it. Like even if you get it ahead of time, how many rounds have you actually put through it to confident say like, yeah, I would buy this, or no, it's not a piece of
Oh
shit.
yeah, you're talking about the comprehensive reviews 2 weeks after a gun hits the market.
Well, the thing, like in the States, they actually time their reviews and like they go to they have a group. I think it was a Leviathan group or something. Like people signed up like, okay, you 12 are getting this 3 weeks ahead of time. Your stuff has to be done. It all goes live on this day.
Yeah. Up in Kearney, there's a shitstorm brewing, and you're riding shitgun in the shitmobile. Well done, Derek. Well done.
So it's like, I don't know. Are we doing reviews just because we want to put out videos, or it's like, no, we actually want to put a year into a rifle before we actually want to review it?
Well, I've always put a large amount of time into the guns that I have before I review them. Now, I mean, I'm not following the bloody formula, and my gun reviews don't have as much as a lot of the ones in the US do. But I mean, I can't really blame those guys. I mean, they're doing it for the formula. They're doing it for the money that comes with that. But I'm not. I don't know. So I take my time.
We do take our time with our reviews. Ask Derek. He's like,
just
Mike,
like I did with your sister last week. I take my time.
Suddenly awkward.
Low blow.
Do you guys even have sisters? Kurt does.
Mike doesn't.
No, I don't.
He's got one brother that's basically the sister, but no, it's still definitely a guy. Still definitely a guy.
He's got a sister brother.
Because there's some stuff that's hit the Canadian market. I'm like, should I do a review on that? And I look at it, I'm like, I don't want anything to do with that.
Spud asked if this is an MOA red dot. It is. The Apex red dots are some of the only MOA based products that they sell.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're goddamn right. I have one.
For now.
Okay. For now. Yeah.
You guys see the new firearm release from Crusader Arms?
If someone calls it a coke gun, I'm gonna scream.
Didn't they do a
pump gun? It's a pump gun.
No.
It's a pump. It's a pump.
Scream.
It's a pump R.
Voice.
It's a pump.
You said you were gonna scream.
No. Did you call it a coke gun?
A what? A cope.
A coke gun. It's copium. I'm like, no, it is a firearm designed for our current situation.
I can't keep up with what these teenagers are saying.
Okay, no, it is copium. It is a cope gun. That doesn't.
Copium is not real. Show me the periodic table. Find me copium.
I'm on your side. Let me finish my sentence. It absolutely is a cope gun. But that does not invalidate it because cope guns are all we have left.
No.
That's on
I just
your
hate
side,
the term.
isn't it?
I hate the term. It's a terrible term. It's like when people in airsoft call a firearm real steel. Hate that term. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Okay,
you know something better.
You know what's cope about the gun? The $1,300 price tag.
Not really.
Yo,
PAR goes for
really?
Did I see what for it?
The Troy PARs are like $1,600, $1,800.
Yeah, okay, like cool, but nobody's buying those either if they have a choice.
I had one when you could buy semi-autos.
Yikes.
It was fun.
Yikes.
I think our
you're allowed to
Mike
own other guns. I even owned a single shot at one point too.
I thought Derek has this is a Badger. The Big Badger, what do they call it?
Yeah, the Chiappa Big Badger. Actually,
the Big
mostly
Badger?
done that review on that one now. So 30 comes in 30-30, 350 Legend, or 410 shotgun.
She got a 350 Legend.
Yeah, 350 Legend would have been bad, but I got a lot of 30 caliber bullets, so
just because nobody has one. I don't know anyone with a 350 Legend. If you had one, I wouldn't have to buy one to see what it's like. Your firearm choices aren't always about you.
Have we been rambling for about the last 15 minutes? Should we just close this down?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, what about the Crusader? Come on.
Pump gun. It's keeping them in business. Power to them. I like it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So.
I agree with that
and
sentiment.
It holds the BCL 20 round magazines.
ooh.
BCL?
I like
Black
that.
Creek, the Bison had the
The Bison magazines, yeah.
So you can get the 20 rounders. Well, the 20 rounders will fit in this Crusader. So a little Canadian collaboration there. Like, that's pretty sweet, actually.
I honestly think it'll get some traction, especially now.
Yeah.
But if I can make one recommendation to Crusader, if they're listening, 6 arc. Please.
Yeah.
Everything
20.
needs to be 6 arc.
20 rounds is a good number. It's not quite 30, but it's
better than 5.
Better than 5, better than 10. 20 is a good number.
You know,
Look at
40 could get heavy.
Look at it in the comments, you guys. Yuke's drunk, and he's just at about that point where he's going to tell us he loves us. Because his last comment was, "Why would you guys want to close it down? This is comfy, guys. Guys, where are you going? Man, I love you guys.
Don't leave me.
Don't leave me."
A little bit more, and he'll have one of his earlier comments. I'm low in there, Randers. I'm low in there.
You guys realize
I'm just talking, Rand.
I'm just counting down in my head the delay for Yukikazi. I think we need to take bets. Does he type "I love you guys" so fast in such a frenzy that it comes out misspelled, or does he do it right?
Half.
Right now. He's trying to figure out how to put a dick pic in the comments.
He can't.
And that just about does it for me. So, hey, everybody, if you're still watching the show, check us out on facebook.com/BS podcast. Give us thumbs up, gives us likes, gives us the follows and the subscribes, and leave a review to let us know how we're doing. Also, if you like the content, please leave a like on the page. I already said that. Also, email us with questions that you might have or comments or whatever you want. You can email us at info@bspodcast.ca. And as always, a massive thank you to all of our sponsors and our listeners. Without you, we wouldn't have a show in the first place. We're talking about Shane and Steve, Miles, Carrie and Cappy, Duncan and Rob, Phil, Doug and Nisa, Vanya and Carly, Oscar and JR. Thank you all an immeasurable amount. Let's talk about the 338 draw again real quick, because I think Joel wants to hurry up and win it because he is our winning boy. And what he's talking about is a draw we have going on right now for a full custom 338 Lapua built by EM Precision Rifles. Curtis Custom Action, IBI 30-inch heavy barrel, heavy, custom EM Precision muzzle brake, and EM branded Trigger Tech trigger laid into a Rifles Refined custom laminated stock. Draw entries are $20 a piece. They can be sent to info@bspodcast.ca. Make sure to include your email address and phone number in the comments when you send e-transfers so that we know how to get a hold of you once we draw. We've had to track down some of you motherfuckers, and it's not fun. So do it fucking right.
Ox rifle.
Some assembly required, and Sherpa is extra.
Sherpa is extra.
We cannot include a Sherpa.
God, you guys are no
That's
fun.
what you think.
Changed, man.
You've changed, man.
It's the cold meds. Accept the ride.
All right, peeps. Smell you next week.
Bye.
But some of these bullets, as you saw, have an incendiary device on the tip of it, which is a heat-seeking device.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Welcome to your weekly dose of BS, the Ballistically Speaking podcast.